I'm Nikki, and this is NixPix, and today I wanted to share with you why I love my container gardening, and 3 of the reasons why I think that it might be beneficial for you to have a container garden. I also, if you're wondering what's behind me, that's our new little toy, and I'll put a link up in the corner to that video, and you can follow along to see how we end up with that. So, come on, let's go take a look. So I thought that while we were here, we'd go ahead and do a garden update. I think it's been about 30 days since my last one. So we'll take a look along the way while I discuss the container gardening at some of its progress and the failures that we had this month. So first of all, the tomato plants are looking great. I think about 30 days ago they were right here. So now we're getting real close to being on the first rung of the trellis here that I built out of bamboo around our property. And we've got some flowers. So you can see here, we've got some flowers going on. So I'm excited about that. This bucket here is also, these are the cherry tomatoes, and these seeds came from my cherry tomatoes that I grew last year. Alright, and these are some more of the cherry tomatoes, which do real well down here. Down here in Zone 10B, we don't do very well with the big hardy tomatoes, but that didn't stop me from trying. We started with 30 seeds. I'm down to 2 plants. This one's not looking so well, so this one looks okay though, so we'll see what happens. And I have some more seeds, so keep trying. That's what I say, keep trying. Over here is my little workstation where I have some seedlings. You can see here we had some broccoli seedlings that I started, and they've got real long. So yesterday I went ahead and transplanted them into some bigger small containers. Over here I have a project that I'm going to work on. This is part of the strawberry plant that I had split up and is now actually working. So it's growing anyway. It is not fruiting. I'm going to make a little cute container for that out of here. I have started some more banana pepper seeds. These are some of the tomato seeds that I said I had started again, and those are the big hardy ones. Here's my Malabar spinach, and you can take a look. I put some of the stronger ones in the container over here where I have my herbs and my lettuce. And that brings me to one of the first reasons why I love my container garden, and that is that with the seasons changing and everything else, the sun changes over here, and I am not getting enough sun for my stuff to fruit properly. These 2 rows, this little area in here is getting probably about 6 hours of full sun a day. Then it gets partial sun throughout the day. So what I was able to do was just move my buckets. If you look at last month's tour, my broccoli buckets were over here, more in the shade. So I've moved them over here. These are all the peppers and the tomatoes. You can also see here that my cilantro is growing nicely, and my dill. The pineapple is coming back. So this row right here now is going to be where I'll keep the seedlings as they're getting bigger. And then the idea is that once the fruit over there and the broccoli and everything is done maturing, the seedlings here will be ready to get more sun so that they can then continue to grow. So what that leaves me with over here is the Shady Spot. It does get some nice morning sun. And so this is just where I have my lettuces. And you can see I've got some spinach that is starting, and my year-old kale that I just continually pick the leaves off of. It is pretty bitter, but it works out on my wraps okay. This is my lettuce catastrophe, and this is one of the reasons why we started the hydroponics. I have some lavender that is taking off, so that's kind of exciting. I believe this garlic is almost ready for harvest. I'm going to let it go until the plants completely die. And here is my Malabar spinach. So that's it for the garden tour. But again, with the containers, one of the other great things about the containers is that as the seasons change and the rains change. Some of the buckets use more of the moisture than the other buckets. So instead of having to worry about watering everything, I can just kind of come in individually, water the buckets that need to be watered, and it's great. The third great thing about it is the pests. It is so much easier to control the pests and the worms and the caterpillars and all the worms in the dirt, but to control the caterpillars and all of those things like that, because you really just kind of can get in and see it. When it's in a field, you're not able to really see all of the plant and to inspect it every day. One of the other things that I like about the container gardening is that I'm able to do things like this little net thing here. And what this does is keep the animals away at night. And for the first time ever, I actually have rows of carrots. And then for some of my fun little projects from Goodwill, another little thing here, I put those green onions in there. I've got some flowers that are getting ready to flower on my my boots, so that's exciting. The bucket that the squirrels had been attacking, they finally left alone long enough for me to actually get some lavender growing. So that also is very exciting. One of the other things that I did over the month during the rains was I built this little stand. How cute is this? Built that out of bamboo that I got off the property and some twine. There's no nails or glue or anything other than that. It's all tied together. And this was another Goodwill find. Got this for just a couple dollars. Got this for a couple dollars at Goodwill. I'm always on the lookout for these at Goodwill. I love them. So thanks so much for coming back and checking out my garden this month. Don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe, and make sure to leave me a comment down below. I love to read your comments. I love interacting back and forth. So we'll see you real soon. You don't like that? Well, that's all I got. Here, you want some kale? Do you want some kale? Where are you going? Here, try some kale. Here, try some kale, buddy. That's all I got. You don't like kale? No. Arugula? Hurt you? Can I pet you? Aww. You want to let me pet you? Okay, I'll leave you alone for now. Maybe next time.